Sort of a low ebb.
Yeah, me too. It's been a long week, hasn't it?
Oh, it sure has been.
Incredibly long week. Hey, we have our first watcher. Now, I'm on the wrong page. Hey, how you doing? Get out of the house, go fish. Let me pull this out.
Oh, right.
Pop out the chat so I can close down this window because it's driving me bananas here. There, it's popped out. Good. Ha ha ha.
That's better.
Hey, hey, Midnight Benji, how are you?
Hey, Ben.
So, how's the audio sounding? Are we sounding okay? Not too freaked out or strange or anything like that? Cool Galaxy, yeah, it's a wicked slideshow, eh? Galaxy Caller, yeah. This is a slideshow. I'm not sure how many pictures I have. It's like 30 pictures or something, and they're all from NASA.
Oh, that's the collection. Yeah, that's neat.
See, now I've popped out the chat, but I can't tell how many people are here, which kind of is like, it's kind of weird. Yeah, we're kind of a little, how do I say it? We're a little discombobulated.
That's the very word I was thinking.
Yeah, I don't know. You know, I sort of. There's echo, eh? I don't know what's wrong. I can turn down the gain on the microphone a little bit there. I don't know if that's. Is that any better? I wonder. I just don't know what happened or what changed between then and now. It was you know, I was testing earlier, trying to figure it out, and I just can't. I don't understand what's wrong. So, and it worked so well the first time, and now suddenly we're getting this like weird echo. And I haven't changed anything. Wow. I mean, I added the slideshow thing, but there's no audio on that. If you have the volume on your I've got it mute. That's the thing. My YouTube preview page is muted. And let me mute the desktop. Does that make it better at all? I've muted the desktop audio here. A bit better. Yeah, I should mute that too, just in case. I can turn down the gain on the microphone. How's that? Is that better still? Well, I had toyed around with doing it on purpose because I'm running this through this external audio interface, and it has a reverb thing on it, and I was playing with that, and oh, is that better? Oh, awesome! I don't know what I did. Yeah, I turned off the desktop audio completely, but you guys can still hear us, right? So that's good. So hopefully on the then of course the capture that they're going to do is going to sound fine. So yeah, all right. Well, let's. How many have we got here? 5. Whoa, 5. Wow. Whoa. I'm just gonna pop this back in because. How do I pop it back in? I don't know how to pop it back in. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this over here. I'm just trying to get myself organized. See, this is like our second live show, and I'm going to put there. I'm going to put there. That's better. So I can keep a number of how many people are in the stream channel room. I would like to think. Wow, I love that purple. You can't see it, but
The glasses.
yeah, that's wicked. Oh, it's changed again already.
Oh.
But that's pretty wild. So I guess we're talking about we're gonna talk about the week in review a little bit further. The response to that last video that I did was like on Friday was really amazing. I mean, really, really amazing. I'm impressed. I like to think that I have a good voice and that it comes across and is expressive and everything. And oh, good. Thank you. Yeah, Dragon's when you turned off the audio on the desktop, it fixed it. Okay, I'm gonna have to remember that because when I was doing some local recording here, I turned on to test it, and every time I turned off the desktop audio here and did a local recording, I couldn't get audio to come out. So I don't know. I guess it's just going to have to be something that I'm going to have to remember for next time, just to turn off the local audio. So okay, so if there's no echo, if I turn on the reverb here, let me try the reverb. Does the reverb come through now? Does there suddenly reverb? So there, I got like 3 different reverb things that sort of work. Hey BTD, welcome. Glad you could make it. See, it's a more decent hour there for you guys in Europe, and that's why that's why I decided that we should do it in the afternoon. It's a bit more normal for all concerned. I think by around 10 o'clock we were running on fumes, and this has been such a crazy week. I'm just exhausted from all the running around, but I'm amazed where I'm at. I'm yeah, but well, I didn't want to let the cat out of the bag there, Midnight Banshee, you know. Just to let everybody else know, Midnight Banshee expressed an interest. He thought that the Viking T-shirt that I was wearing the other day there was I don't know that I'd specially made that, but I got that as sort of a package for my business cards. They threw that under my nose, and I couldn't quite say no, so I bought that. And then Midnight Banshee said, "Oh, that's a really cool T-shirt." And I said, "Well, do you think I should put that in my merch store?" And he said, "Yeah, absolutely." So I took his advice and did that. And of course, I called the whole line the Coriolis Club, thanks to BTD there. So under the Coriolis Club moniker, that's where those shirts are. And basically as a thank you for Midnight Banshee, and also having not reciprocated his subscription way back when I really needed it. But see, I felt, to even the karma between us, that I would gift him the first shirt off the line. So that's what I've done. It's on the way there to him as we speak. For years and years, just to give a little bit of background, I only used YouTube for doing research for my own projects and stuff. See, I was just a typical YouTuber, the ones that of the audience that would come to me. People would do search, come into my channel, and find what they're looking for, and would go away, and would never subscribe, hardly ever subscribe, and I sort of have that. Wow, I sort of. What is that, a black hole there? I sort of had that same attitude, or myself. And in the 10 years of 2011, I never subscribed to anybody until like 2 months ago. There's a guy named Akira who does a lot of music, 80s style synth soundtracks through SoundCloud. And I ended up using so many of his tracks through the Creative Commons thing that it broke me down. I felt I had to subscribe to the guy and acknowledge that, how much in debt I was to his tracks, because I used so many of them. And so that was one. And then the other one was when I hooked up my mother and father-in-law for a YouTube account so that they could subscribe to me. I subscribed to them in return, and those are the only two I've ever subscribed to in like 10 years until this thing happened. And now I think I'm subscribed to, I don't know, 1,200 something. So I have to get that extra 200 subscriptions or whatever within that time, for like in that amount, before I run out of subscriptions to give away. So I've completely reversed my attitude about that. I still think that prescriptions. Oh, the echo's back again. Oh, did I turn the reverb off? Oh, I thought I did. Maybe it's because I'm talking too loud again or something. I don't know. It's like, it's driving me mad. I can't. It's the consistency with the software that it just never stays, And it's like there's always something wrong. You always have to fix something, and it's just so incredibly bothersome. So I don't know what, I'm maybe if I talk a little less. Oh no, I scrolled up. That's why. Oh, there we go. I wasn't following the. Oh, you hit your 1,000. Oh my! I'm looking. Get out of the fish. Get out of the house. Go fish. He hit his 1K goal yesterday.
All right. That's great.
Oh, thank you. That would be really. That would be really awesome. You know. Oh, you keep losing volume because I think I'm playing around. I'm dropping my voice or whatever. I'll turn up the gain a little bit for the output. Yeah, 80s music is the best, but I think that's because of our age, personally. Oh, thanks, Midnight Banty. So what else is there? Oh yeah, so that's it. So now I like I said, I completely changed my attitude about subscriptions and all that, and it's funny. I've run across people who are really precious about them, and I'm not referring to you. I'm not referring to anybody. Everybody's inclined, allowed to have their own way and means of whatever. But I mean, I truly believe that I think not using them to full effect is what keeps us apart, which is what allowed YouTube to sort of separate us all, and we ended up in our own little nothing bubbles. I mean, I was in a nothing bubble forever. So I mean, I was always getting those large channels thrown in front of me, but now that. Well, that was the purpose. This is a green T-shirt. I did that on purpose, man. I'm supposed to be the floating head in my arms, Yeah, it's my NASA pictures, free NASA pictures that I got. They're all NASA's all the photographs that they've done they're all public domain, so you're all free to use those, So I got a bunch of them, and I have them in a directory somewhere. So that's the slideshow you're seeing.
You're trying to be one with the cosmos.
One with the cosmos.
Well, through your T-shirt.
What was I gonna say now? I forgot. I was gonna make the welcome to the dark side. And Shelley does the. I let your real name out. Sorry, Shelley.
Hey.
That was out
with my privacy here.
It was out.
I'm just giving you time.
I know that was out in actually one of the videos a long time ago where I'm painting the night tables.
Okay.
I used your name there too. I had forgotten about that, but anyway.
Okay. I didn't even know about it. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, small YouTube channels unite. What was I going to say? Shit, no. Damn it! I gotta swearing on live. That's terrible. At least in the videos you can sort of bleep them out. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah, you do that Yoda voice. Try do that Yoda voice.
Yoda voice?
Get close to the mic. Yoda voice.
Yoda voice, I do not.
And then there's what's the thing? Oh, the TIE fighter. I love the TIE fighter.
Yeah, I'm not too sure how apt or accurate that is. Something like that,
So.
I don't think that's quite right.
13 minutes. So is this a random talk show or something? Yeah, generally. I'm sorry I'm not more prepared. Like last month, the one we did last week, I had lots and lots more to say. But but quite frankly, I've kind of run out of gas. I'm exhausted. I put in a big drive, and yay! Well, that's why I did it earlier. I mean, I figured if I did it at 2 p.m. or something, I get the guys in Europe to come in. And, I put on my special Cosmos suit.
Cosmos suit. Great name for it.
Yeah. So, yeah, and anyway, I was still in the middle of answering this other thing. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah, random talk show or something? Yeah, I guess so, because, things will come up as people come in and out. And I think that's really cool. And, last week, I had a lot of specific things to say, and kind of burnt out. I kind of burnt out over the week. I put in a big drive. I'm over 800. I mean, wow, mine equals blown.
Oh, seriously,
blown. I just never thought I'd see that. I've lived with under 100 for like 8 years.
Oh yeah, that's now it matters.
And then they say, hey, by the way, subscriptions actually do matter.
Right.
Recap. I don't get that. Mileage. Oh yeah, Driver Sunday. Driver Sunday. Ooh, the moon. That's wicked. I just thought that's cool the way that's affected there.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
I think next time though we should get like the green screen and put that over the shelf. Like we can put like the blanket green screen and put that over the shelves. I think that'd be
that's
cool.
That's a good idea.
Let's spread it right out, you know.
Yeah, because you don't have shelves in outer space. Well,
so yeah.
spaceship.
So I mean, the push is going to be on next week, the next week and the week after. I guess what today is the 4th, so there's what 16 days. Well, 17. No. 15 days, let's say, so just over 2 weeks before the hammer comes down, and next week and part of the week after, people are just it's gonna get nuttier and nuttier. So you know, I think after this afternoon, I'm gonna take a break for the rest of the day, and I don't know, you know, try and get power through that for the next few days, next week, and try and get back to my actual production schedule. You know, I still have the videos for the computer to put out. I have to figure out this software better. Because I'm kind of sort of doing it by the seat of the pants, and I started this stream and I was like echoey and stuff. I don't even remember what I did last week, which kind of sucks. But I have to thank everybody, that's supported us and helped us, and we've been able to support, and it's really been. I don't know. What's the word? It just really boosts you up, boosts your spirit up, and
it sure does.
There's so many people that are, working hard, living sort of, not extravagant, big, rich lives doing this. Everybody's kind of, almost everybody I've run across is pretty much normal, I mean, we're not living in big houses, driving big cars, or stuff like that. On the whole, most of us are living a pretty,
modest existence.
Modest existence, modest life, and the solidarity that we can come to, it goes a long way. Yeah, you'll be full of I bet, it's coming. That's what. See, the thing is, for me, I need to do it now. I need to get out there, and because I find I can't separate the drive from the number. The number would just hang over me. I wouldn't be able to do anything else. So it's like this kind of, I don't think it's OCD, but it's like this hyper focused thing that, I can't concentrate on and relax, on my other projects and stuff that I have going with that thing hanging over me. And in case I run out of time and I can't get there, so it's been a real distraction in that respect. And I haven't, like I said, I have not done any, outside of all this stuff, I have not done anything really, that quick video with setting up the microphone, that was it. And even that, I mean, I'm actually foaming or something at the mouth. And I didn't realize what that was when we were filming it. I mean, I look at, what is that on the corner of his mouth, my mouth? And, no. Green screen, yeah, I know. No, let's keep that. There was somebody made a comment about connecting green screen with pornography or something like that. It's like, those are jokes we don't need to make. We're really trying for that family friendly stuff, and that's the focus of my my channel, my people that I'm engaged in here. So, oh, you did? You saw the gold mic video? That's awesome. But in that video, like I said, I had the white foam out of the corner of my mouth, and it was like, I was in such a rush that whole day, and then later on, I went in the kitchen to get a glass of water, and I got this a glass like this, and there's like this white crap here. I'm going, what is that? And it turns out that was like dissolved antacids. I had lunch. I was like so nervous, so upset, like stressing out, and this stuff was coated in there, and it was like built up in the corner of my mouth, and I was like, oh God, yeah, so sorry, man. But it was like, so I don't know, I just tried to ignore it, and that's that, so.
Well, we'll write it off as foaming at the mouth.
Foaming at the mouth, yeah, pretty much.
Well, who could be blamed under all this pressure?
Well, yeah, exactly, and I like to I spend enough time being stressed out just to try to survive. It's like, the stuff that bureaucracy pulls on you and stuff like that is bad enough. So, but I mean, it's coming out of the fire. I mean, 2000, and I feel more in control generally. As far as that goes, my health is good. I've just basically finished a lot of dental work that I had last Monday. I had my last dental appointment. There was a tooth. I had a crown put on, and all that stuff. That's all pricey stuff, and there's some other bureaucratic stuff happening, but I don't want to get into that for now. Yeah, we may end up having to move at some point, after having lived in this place for 25 years, so. And as you can tell, I mean, most of the videos that I've done are basically a history of setting up this little studio in this little den room that we have here, and we may end up having to give that up, and I'll be setting up the studio in the corner of the living room or something. That green screen stuff is so amazing. I love how I'm like.
Are you part of the sun now?
No, that's Jupiter.
Oh, okay.
Or Saturn. Could be Saturn,
If we're Jupiter, you'd have the red spot somewhere? Except I don't know if it's on
Maybe it's Saturn. I don't know,
on that view or not.
That's wicked cool. Hi, Nesting Haven. Thanks for dropping by. Thanks to everybody for dropping by.
Yeah.
And like nine people. That's like pretty awesome. Doesn't get better than that. And Outlaw Client, Midnight Banshee, BTD. Who else was here? Yeah, Mexicali Royals and stuff. So Shady the Fox. Yeah, it's like I was saying earlier. It's like corner of a kitchen. Yeah, BTD. He has his studio in the corner of the kitchen, and it's really nicely. You've got a really nicely. What's the word? Compressed. That's not organized. I don't know what to say. Efficient. That's the word I'm looking for. Efficient little setup in the corner of his kitchen there. So, hats off to you. But I like to spread out. I got lenses and the boom arm. This giant table. I mean, I need this table as a work table too, because some of the stuff I do is like sort of like, I don't know, like electronics and stuff like that, fooling around with that. Yeah, well, that's it. I was thinking, I should have got the one with the hands and stuff too, and then this mysterious glass rises. As it is, it's like the reverse mime thing, I think, almost. It's like la 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 la. Yeah, you're welcome, BTD. I always want to say BDT. Maybe it's a North American thing. I'm not sure. So, yeah, there's like, again, getting back to the subscription drive and all that stuff, there's so many crazy, wacky channels out there. It's just like, wow, So, I can't even begin to, and some of them are like really, I don't know, really organized, like there's a lot of the fishing guys, they're hyper organized, there's what is it? Walking with Sarah, I think she's a go-getter, organizer, and like they're just taken to this and running with it. So that's really awesome. And the car guys they're picking their stuff up and cleaning up their house and putting on some good shows. So I really recommend like checking those guys out. Like start maybe with Growl's Garage. Oh yeah, that playlist thing. I was gonna say, if you're browsing around like and you see like small channels and stuff, you want to hook up with and get the word out, start a playlist, and then you're on a channel saying, hey, I'm adding this video to my small YouTuber playlist or whatever, and you right click on the watch later, add it to the playlist, boom, and that takes no time, no effort at all. And well, I've got 37 videos I think, and right now in mine, and I figure by the end I'll I think I'll just make it long enough for like 12 hours, and then I'll start another one, because 12 hours I can, set up and run on the laptop here. And I just want to, let everybody know too that, excuse me, getting excited. Let everybody know too that, go through the playlist once. I think there were a couple of teams that were running around doing, multi-viewing their own stuff over and over again. And of course, YouTube isn't that stupid. They're gonna pick that up and remove that. And have any of you guys noticed the in the live thing? There's like some sub for sub live streams going on, and I popped into one of them, and it's like, I don't know what it is. It's like these kids all running around, sub for sub, sub for sub. I would stop there and I shook my hand. I was like, get me out of here, because I was like nuts, you know. Make sure you sub me back, man. And that was like, that reminds me of the yeah, that reminds me of the way back when hey, angry lawyer, meet outlaw client there, you guys should get together.
Angry lawyer.
And gaming lawyer and outlaw client, they're both, I think both.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
I thought you guys were like alter egos of each other, you know. It's like Superman, outlaw client thing going on. That's pretty cool. But yeah, what was it, 2001, 2006 or something? That the big whole sub for sub thing, that was huge for a long time. And but now it's like this whole thing. It's like they're trying to get the propaganda out that you're not. Oh, you're not supposed to subscribe to people you don't really watch. You know, I only want people who really watch my stuff subscribing to me. Come on. You know, it's a known fact that only 5% of subscribers really watch your stuff. I mean, you know, it's but I guess I think it really sort of depends on your target, your market. I mean, I think some of the gamers, they have like really strong subscription tied audiences. I think the booktubers as well. Gaming lawyer, outline client. Jesus, that's a marriage made in heaven or something. So how have you been doing, my dear? Like, I've been driving Mrs. here crazy for. See, okay, I'm gonna approve this message here, and like even in chat, this when people say sub for sub to sub, that it hits spam. So I'm gonna show you this one, and it's like, see, you can't use those words. So there you go. That's it. Says Shady the Fox says people still do sub to sub. I don't sub to them, and reply with a straight no. Yeah, but there's a difference between liking the content and liking the person. You know, I think at times liking the person is, people have different reasons for subscribing to a channel. I'm not about to dictate what those reasons are to anyone.
No.
And I don't really appreciate it being dictated to, that, somebody says, hey, don't subscribe to me if you don't like my stuff. Well, who are you to tell me not to subscribe? I subscribe. It's my subscription. I can do what I want with it.
You tell them.
Subscribe just to spite you. And show up and make nice comments too.
Oh, that should really get the goat.
Yeah. How's that? Well, I'm Canadian, so I think we are the masters of, what is it, public...
Being nice and saying sorry?
Yeah. Well, no, we're passive aggressive. We got that whole passive aggressive thing going on.
Well, yeah, but that's nasty, though.
It is nasty. I'm not very good at it, so.
I'm not either. I don't want to be good at it. I don't like that.
Yeah. How do you boot people from here? Oh, do I just right-click on you and then kick you out or something?
What, you want to boot people?
Well, I need to know in case somebody turns in... Oh, put user in timeout. Oh, what?
Oh, you can put them in timeout?
Yeah.
What, do they stand in the corner or something?
Remove them. I guess that's the boot, eh?
Oh,
hide user on this channel. Add moderator. Ooh, I could add somebody as a moderator.
Wow.
The power. The power.
Oh, here we go.
The power of moderation. I have 81 subs, 919 to go. Wow, that's a haul. You're not gonna make it. I don't think you're gonna make it well, you could. I think you're allowed 100 a day to give out, or give out 100 subscriptions a day. So you're sitting there. Well, cool. I don't know. It's kind of weird. I'm how many people are in here? I've got to move this chat thing down. 12. Whoa, what happened there?
Oops, I don't know.
I lost stuff. Oh no, man.
Oh, there it is.
There it is. Yeah, we're still trying to perfect. I can't look at the actual live stream because it's like that delay. It just kills me. It's just like I get that sort of weird nauseousness floating.
Oh.
Where's there's the chat. Okay, good. I swear I'm a good moderator. Yeah, right. Right. If I don't know you personally, get out. Yeah, that will be there back after the time. Yeah, I think it says, what is it? You put them on in timeout. I wonder if you get to say how much timeout it is too, eh? Yeah, yeah. GLC1 Rise. Yeah, you got a tough stairway to climb there. Hope you can do it. That's why I needed to start like quick, because I was under 200, like 193 or something, and I'm telling you, well, I mean, you've seen the stuff I've done. It's like how affected I was by this, and I had to. Yeah, that's what I'm doing too. That's exact. But except I popped out the chat before, and now I can't figure out how to pop it back in. I think if I close the window, maybe it'll pop. But I'm afraid to touch anything in case I break it. So, yeah, you're allowed to talk, madame.
Oh, well, like I said, low abs, so I'm just sort of
Oh, yeah.
floating along here.
Yeah, frankly, I've been driving her crazy like this whole week, and we went out to.
Oh, it's not just that.
We went out to what?
Extra hours.
Oh
at
yeah,
work
well, I was
too.
about to
I'm
say.
burnt.
Go ahead. What's?
Oh no, I was just saying extra hours at work of, well, I'm not just fried to a crisp because of the YouTube thing.
Well, I mean, it's not helping though. It's adding.
It's a bunch
to
of things.
Yeah, it's like I was gonna say. We went out to Walmart yesterday and did a bunch of. We spend more money than we intend to at Walmart for some reason.
That's the way it works. You just try and get out of that place for under $100.
You're leaning in there, baby. You're
sorry. It's just sort of casually leaning out.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
Yeah, we sort of.
I don't want to move that because I don't want to cause.
Okay, good. Good to
something.
know. Yeah, but I don't want to touch it. I've got the number watching plus the popped out thing, which I'll remember not to pop out. Well, actually, I can stretch it a little bit, so it's a bit better too. And then I've got the OBS, but I should smoosh that down a little bit. And I really gotta see. I don't have any time to figure anything out, so I'm sort of like doing this from what I know, because I was using OBS purely to do some local recording with my green screen back there, so that really works well. I'm trying to follow the conversation. I'm missing it all, but it's okay. But yeah, so I'm sort of doing this, like I said, by the seat of my pants, kind of thing. So, and yeah, Shelly's been working, extra hours because they're going to shut down the community health center where she works for renovations and stuff, and this stuff is going on, and so it's like just a lot of stuff at once, and I can't get mad enough at YouTube for doing this to all of us, quite honestly. So there. The all caps should have. I swear. Well, yeah, I did give it away. Yeah. Boy. Yeah, I never asked to become a moderator. That's right. Yeah. It's like funny, it's like this is the horror and the terror, eh? So I click on make somebody a moderator, and suddenly like I lose control of my YouTube channel, and I'm booted out. Next thing you know, it's like
Right.
it's like I don't know, uploaded Asian game show stuff or something. I don't. Yeah, that would not be funny. It's not funny. I hang out on the Reddit subreddit there, like the YouTube subreddit. Don't go there because I swear a lot. I'm a really, really nasty person sometimes, because I really upset somebody because, well, I was upset and somebody said, what how come you're such a bitter arsehole? And, I told them because, well, the advice this guy was trying to give was basically the same crap that you get from the Creator Academy, which is fine and good if you're going through it the first time, but if somebody comes by and tells you that this is what you should do, and they're really just remouthing, the remouthing the everything that was in the Creator Academy and trying to make it seem like they thought of it. I was like, so I'm sorry, I'm not gonna give you the benefit of the doubt. I'm gonna call you what you are and what you're doing. I mean, it's funny, one of the channels I ran into was this woman. I'm not exactly sure, but I think she does sort of a semi variety of different things. Like she does some community outreach stuff and but also makeup stuff. So it's like kind of a weird mix of stuff. And and she got this news, and she's got enough subscribers, and I think she's got probably close, maybe just under the number of hours, and she feels the same way that I think all of us do about this and what happened, and and she just thought it was patronizing and asinine that what they're still leaving you with after taking away this income that you're getting. And it's not. It's there's why mince words. Sometimes things need to be said, and that's why I go to Reddit and I let fly in their face. Reddit is where the staff and some of the staff and stuff hang out, and I've made it quite clear how I feel about this over and over and over again, while still at the same time doing some community service and helping newbies get their feet, find out where information is and that sort of stuff, because I'm been around for a long time, so I know where stuff is, and if I happen to have a bit of time, I can always pick up tips and I can offer some help too. So I mean, that's just what you're supposed to do, So that's not bad. 36 minutes, so far.
Yeah.
How are you guys finding? Is this? That's not too bad. This show, eh? Shall we run the intro again? I think you guys all probably missed that. I made a special one for today's show. What do you think of that? Dead air. Welcome to the dead air side.
Great. Well, that's a new one.
That's a cue to say something. Jump in.
What?
Jump in.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh, jump in with what?
I don't know, something to say. Well, she's been working on her own channel and stuff too.
Not a lot. I haven't really. I don't know. I've got to do an introductory piece just to explain, Legally Blind and what I intend to do with my channel, and that I haven't given up, even though I've got really tiny numbers. But I'm not trying to get to the 1,000.
Wow, you have one
not
video
too serious
too,
about it. Well, that's it. Well, I mean, if you can call that a video.
The bouncy satellite of affectment. Thanks. I made that intro, by the way. I mentioned it in the last one. In the last one, I used my other one with the slow fake trumpet sound and stuff. Oh, I see. Yeah. Sorry, man. I should give you guys warning when I did. Well, not enough warning. Yeah, it's true. It's true. Yeah, what happened? Oh, yeah, the intros. I have like two. This is the second one. The more, I don't know what I call it. More arty, more polished, I think. And the first one, the normal one I do is like purposely kind of crude. I made the sound like with my mouth trumpet. Pre-super. When is the Super Bowl? Is that today?
Oh, I heard it.
It's like 4 p.m. or something like that.
Oh yeah, it's the Eagles against the Patriots.
Oh, well, YouTube is going to be dead like from then to then, eh? So we might as well take the rest of the day off, I suppose.
Ooh,
well, we were planning
a break. Sorry, I need it.
Yeah, well, we were planning to do that regardless anyway. So, oh yeah. So 40 minutes, 39 minutes, 10 people. What? Thank you guys so. Hey, mad scientist, you made it! Like when you last week, I thought you were somebody else. And oh, the Martha, yeah, it's cool though. Eh? I did add an echo and redubbed and stuff, and well, I don't know. I use the bouncy one. I call it for my special high quality stuff. Oh yeah, hard work does work. Thank you, Lo, for showing up.
Hey, Lo.
Everybody, that's Lo Knows. He's the one that I was in with that. He did that, hosted that roundtable discussion thing. Did all the work. And the fact that it turned out at all is a testament, and I bow to your karmic knowledge or Buddha self. What's a guy's name?
Oh, Ben Stein.
Ben Stein, use that Ben Stein thing.
Your Buddha wisdom.
Buddha wisdom.
Right.
That's the
Buddha
word. That's
something or other.
Yeah,
Sure.
and they did a live show too. So that was go check out Lo Knows if you need some info on how to do YouTube stuff. He's got the goods. So yeah, I'll put you down in the link again. You deserve that. I'll put Gaming Lawyer. I'll put a few other people here. Does this keep a record of the chat? Because I can't remember if it does or not.
You would think so.
You would think. Yeah, that's awesome, eh? So yeah, I mentioned before how that works. Like, well, I mean, you can figure it out instantly anyway. But it's like a little slideshow thing. I got a green screen T-shirt on. You know, I should have got the long one with the gloves. And then like the NASA pictures, which are all public domain. Anybody can use those. So that's what I did, and it is awesome. I love. Sorry. Just getting giddy and a little punchy from the end of the week kind of thing, you know, and so it is the yeah, thanks.
Excuse me.
It doesn't keep record. Okay. Is the Super Bowl today? I maybe I did somebody say that, or must be today because I think they would have it on a Sunday, eh?
Yeah, Super Bowl Sunday.
Yeah, we don't have cable. We don't watch television as such. Like, I mean, in that the last video I did, you saw all the Blu-rays on the thing there. So, okay, Nightbot. I'll look into that, Gaming and Lawyer. Thank you. Yeah, and I think I'm gonna try and figure out some way to get the chat going across the screen too. So because after the fact, you don't have to keep reading it or having people trying to guess if they actually watch it, and yes, it is sort of. Oh, it is today. Okay, I'm trying to put the. I haven't finished watching your stream. He did his first live stream too. Yeah, so that's go check it out. But the thing is, you find yourself doing in the live stream is you're reacting to people's chat. You bought an A6000. Hey, good for you, man. Excuse me.
Those are great. Oops.
I love the camera. I really do. But the Canon you were using, that was pretty good too. I don't see anything wrong with that. But the price for the A6000 was pretty good. Yeah, actually, I had a couple of people asking what cameras I use, and I use both the A6000 and the A6500. The A6500 is beyond awesome. It's got that. I mean, it's not really. I think it's overkill for YouTube. Really overkill for YouTube. But I do photography stuff too, and like if you'll note, I have a bunch of old Minolta A-mount lenses that I've mounted to that camera because it has the internal stabilization, in-body stabilization. I can't remember what it's called. I'm losing it. It's great for using those old lenses. So that's that. Yeah, well, good, yeah, and the thing was like it must have been everything just aligned because I just pressed the button to record and boom, we were off, right? Mm-hmm. And it sounded, everything was great. I just turned it so well. I was like really, really happy, So, okay, it's 43. I think we're just going to try for the hour again, and I think if we go beyond that, it just gets tedious. And my mouth gets too dry. And the thing is, I was going to actually respond to too with the live stream. I mean, you get the watch time builds up pretty fast if people watch it up after the fact. The first one, I've already got 15 hours. I think based on minutes. I think it was 15 hours, but it made the top 10, my top 10 list in the number 10 entry on Friday. So it's going up there. And with only very low views because of the length, so people are watching enough of it that it's starting to make that view count. So anybody who's not doing live streams, get going and do it because I think the immediacy of it, a lot of things about it are attractive. And while low, you have that super chat thing going on too, so you can get people to press that. $2 a pop or something for whatever. If you get a good show going, I think it'd be, well, hopefully something, Yeah, I don't know where they get off telling people, oh, start a Patreon, oh, do this or do that. I mean, if you can't get people to press the subscribe button, how are you going to get people to do anything else? And it's, I don't know. Oh, what, doing a live stream? And even as a photographic camera, the A6000 is quite nice. There's some really good lenses out there, but I'm curious to see how you find it. And there's a ton of information on YouTube about that camera, even the whole Sony series. Those mirrorless lenses, mirrorless cameras by Sony, they are well, like the way computers were, like a number of years ago, where the capabilities were doubling and doubling, and it's just for the price, like whatever it is, like $400-$500. It used to be, you're getting the capabilities of a $3,000 camera, more or less, from back then. And so, yeah, well, you said that in your thing. Well, I try to, I guess maybe I'm personable enough, but it's hard to keep people's interest. I'm doing all the talking as usual.
That's okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I bought that for Mrs. there. Actually, it looks really cool from here, because I get the distance. You can see the the expression better.
What, the cat?
The cat, yeah.
Oh,
I guess when I'm here, it's too close.
Oh, okay.
That's weird. It does look good, eh? It's really cool.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, I'm just gonna read that out, gaming lawyer. There's lots of generally good advice floating around, but the bottom line is that you have to make stuff that people like watching. All the other stuff is a formality, and that's really true. But at the same time, I mean, how do you, in certain, this is the thing I can't wrap my head around. It's like, the how is it that the booktubers, I'm just going to use them as an example, they can get get people, subscribers all day, all night, all long, like they have no problem getting subscribers. They just love subscribing to each other. But at the same time, they can't get the watch time, so they're nobody's watching their, I mean, maybe there's just not enough stuff to watch. I'm not, I'm not deprecating or, denigrating or anything like that. And the same thing with some of the gamers. I mean, they've got tons and tons of subscribers, but they don't get the watch time. So, but then there's the converse, having the watch time. I have no problem with the watch time, but I can't get people to subscribe for life of me. So I don't know. There's something wrong, excuse me, in my approach, and I have to figure out what it is and how to do it, And I think it's a matter of education. I don't think the word is out there that, well, older people, they just figure, I just want, I don't know. Lol hat's amazing. Having a great day. Yeah, I think it's a matter of audience education, that we collectively have to tell people what it means to subscribe, and what it means to them as a viewer who is ordinarily not a YouTuber, right? Somebody who's just passing by, and even if they subscribe down the road, if they find that they have 2,000 subscriptions, and they don't have to click the bell. I mean, why should we obligate them to click the bell too on top of that, So, but if we can tell them that, if you click the subscribe button, it helps, I mean, you're not obligated to come back and watch a damn thing, as far as I'm concerned, but just, help us with that little bit. And then if you're never going to, you're not going to be interested, unsubscribe later. If people are only concerned about empty sub numbers, chances are they're not focused too much on making good content. Well, that's a debatable point, gaming lawyer. I think it really is. I mean, I am concentrating on making good content, always have, and to the best of my ability, best of my growing ability. But I think it's a matter of audience education too. That there are certain markets that just do not lend themselves to people subscribing. That's all I'm saying. I mean, you do have a point, but again, it comes to the fact is that only 5% of total subscriptions really, are really watching your content at any given time. And as a matter of fact, like one of the bigger, like Linus, right? Linus Tech Tips, he's got like, 3-4 million subscribers. And they find that YouTube, they still limit the number of notifications that they send out. So they have noticed over time that it's not coming. They're not getting all the subscribing notifications and all the stuff that they're entitled to through the YouTube platform. and I think they've made that complaint known to them, and they've also started their own platform, home built platform, the Float Plane Club. So, in order to get their content out to their forum and their website and stuff like that. So, but it's not well, exactly. It's YouTube forcing people to engage with this sub count thing, or we take your they basically take your content away, and maybe they won't advertise directly on it, but I mean all the around it they'll advertise and stuff. So they're getting the benefit. Hey, computer, I'm glad you could make it. They're getting the benefit while I'm not getting it. And what if I really am sort of loath to bring Trot out this example, but if you're unmonetized and suddenly you create that magic viral video, well, you don't get anything. And that's why it's important to if that number is artificial, well, so be it. I'll play the game. I have to play the game because that they decreed it so. It really makes me angry. How am I? I'm tired. It's been a long week. I'm really surprised that. I think I took a big jump. I did. I made a big push on Thursday to get up there a little bit and trying to get that information out and stuff. So, and I think I have to go through my sub list too to see who the bad actors are and how many of them I've picked up. Because Computer mentioned that there are people who are riding on the coattails of this thing, and people are going through the activity to gain their numbers, and people are barnacling onto that as well. So you have to worry about that a little bit. 12 people watching. So in honor of that, as a fair warning, I'm going to run the intro again, so it may be loud. So. One more time. Okay. Wow. I love that star one. It's like, ooh, look at that. I'm in the middle of a nebula. Oh, no, that's a galaxy, eh? Oh. Yeah, let me read that. Lono says, it's so true. YouTube is so picky about letting subscribers know when their sub-channels come out with regular content. My own stuff doesn't even pop up for me on my son's channel and vice versa. And, what he's saying is really true. What you're saying is really true because, you've got, 2,500 approximately, and 1.5 million views, something like 500,000 views, something like that, whatever. And I'm looking at the numbers of the stuff you put out, and it's good, decent, searchable content. But what's the views? What's the views he's getting on that? And I don't think it relates hardly in any way, shape, or form to the number of subscribers he has. So something's funny here. YouTube is doing something funny, and and now something's wrong. Well, yeah, I think the point with that sort of even with the bell, I don't think you still don't get each and every. Oh right, did I not do that? Maybe intro. Yeah, you're right. It's too loud. Okay, thanks, gaming lawyer. Yeah, I scrolled down and yeah. I'm gonna show that Mehendi art book, but gotta watch that. You gotta watch that word. So, yeah, and that's gotta hit that bell. I don't know. It's this is the other thing that when they brought that out, I was shaking my head. How many people are actually that interested in the stuff you do that they're gonna go out of their way to hit that bell? You gotta make people click two different things. Two different things. You know how impossible that is for a how-to channel to do. I mean, if you can get anybody to do that, that's a miracle. Yeah, and he says low sub. Low nose continues. He says, I think the majority of my subs are not even getting notified that a new video comes out on top of the 5% stat.
Jeez,
See?
that doesn't help.
You know, so there's something, you know, that subscriber thing, they've try and let it be known, or trying to bring out that try and let it be known that that number matters. It's supposed to matter, but the only entity that it really matters to is YouTube, because they use that to segregate you and classify you, and eventually, when that number gets high enough, to promote you. I mean, I think we all are aware that once you hit 500K subscribers, you get pushed by like nobody's business by YouTube. You know, 500K and up, you're a golden channel then. Let's see. Computar says on watch time, I've calculated that I have 185 videos, averaging at 3 minutes per video, which S's to 555 minutes. 55 minutes times 430 equals 240,000 minutes. Yeah. Yeah, how many minutes does... you know, that's the thing. We are... let me finish reading that. How many minutes of YouTube does one person watch a day? You know, and that's the other thing we have to take into account. You know, that what is the average YouTuber watcher? What is the average viewer, and what is it that they're watching? And, you know, is it social media driven? Are they being pushed to different things? No, I don't think YouTube is fair. I never did think it was fair. I honestly didn't think I had to worry about fairness, because my content, you know, is beyond that. My content is out in the world that people are looking for. So they come to me. But now they're forcing me to, hey, not only do you have to watch my stuff, you have to click a button so they don't kick me off. You know, what is going on here? You know, and they claim, oh, it's bad actors, and you know, that's just garbage. That's garbage. And you know, I'm this far away. How many channels a day will you watch? Well, I mean, you know, it's what is it? What? Who cares how many channels a day someone will watch? Who cares? You know, I mean, now we're you know, what we have to do is subvert the system, right? You know, just watch everything. They can't figure out who's watching what or what not watching what. That's why I say everybody should make a playlist, and then if you have an extra device, you start putting that on all day long. It's like it's kind of ironic, you know, instead of mining for Bitcoin, we're mining watch minutes, you know, for other people. You can't watch your own stuff, but at least I can help anybody else, you know, in the YouTube community who's engaged in the same thing. So that's what I think. That's what I think of that. And you know, if the door's still open for YouTube to change their mind, you know, it's quite possible that you know, that enough people are you know, banding together. We are actually banding together, and we are creating a movement of sorts, you know. The breakdown is YouTube. Lono says right. If let's say you have a full-time 8-hour job, Lonos says that I think the breakdown is you need 66 people per day to watch 6 to 10 minutes of video each day for 365 to hit 4,000 hours. You know, I'm not working it out myself just yet, but I mean, that sounds pretty good. So I trust your numbers there. So, but the YouTube watch metric thing is kind of spiky, eh? I mean, like, you put out content that, you know, is more attractive, less attractive, and for me personally, I don't think any of the stuff I do or create is particularly geared to subscribers. It's just to make search, really. I mean, that's what I want, you know. I mean, people are interested in computers, people are interested in lenses, people are interested in cameras, people are interested in XYZ, and you cater to that, and that's what you do, right? But that's my stuff, you know. I mean, I can't speak to, you know, gamers. I mean, they have to work on a different thing, and I think eventually, you know, they're all going to be going and doing live stream, you know, because that's what will drive their income. So each person needs to watch about 6 to 10 minutes. And I think that's fair. I watch at least that much, you know. So, well, 6 to 8. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. I don't think there's a magic. Brockneck says I don't think there's a magic formula that will get you the watch time. Content and community is key. Good stuff, searchable to watch, and interaction with people. You know, exactly. And gaming lawyer, you're making a point saying, I know some YouTube folks. I don't think they're going to change their minds. You know, but that's the thing. You know, you can't change some people's minds. The only way that it will is that if they actually see that their minds have to be changed, or they fall behind. And that's one of the things about, you know, I was trained to have a flexible mind. I was trained to think for myself. I mean, I've been an outsider my whole life, so I have to look for solutions that are, you know, not typical in order to, you know, get my due. We only have 16 days. Yeah, but I mean, you know, but that's for the past 300 whatever minus 365, so that's like 354 also included in that. I mean, nobody who's really down on watch time at this point in time is really going to make it. And I don't think, you know, people can try and, you know, get as many, you know, devices on route and, you know, largest communities, everybody watching. But I mean, if this is ongoing, then, you know, maybe in the next 365, you know, a lot more people will make it, you know. So unless they change the rules again. And you know, gaming lawyer, I'm getting next to nothing is but it's still something. I mean, you know, they're trying to tell me that my $30 a month is nothing. You know, that it's doing X, Y for X hours on something else. Well, hey, I'm doing it here. I've invested my stuff here to do that here. So don't tell me that the income I'm making is worth nothing. It's worth the $30 or $40 a month that I'm making. And I think they just, you know, underestimated the value people place on the little bit of money that they are making. Because it isn't little, and it was growing. Like 6 months ago, that $30 a month was $30 a year. So within 6 months, I was gone from $30 a year to making $30 a month. That's if I can extrapolate that further, because my studio is finally finished, it's what, $100 a month, maybe, you know, more. And then if I'm making a monthly payout, that's $1,200 a year. That's money. Well, I'm running into a lot of people. Computer is saying that. Yeah, I heard you, gaming lawyer. I agree. He said that I think $30 a month in ad revenue is actually significant, and it is. And I think to most people would agree that it is. And then Computer says that after the 20th of February, most small YouTube channels will go into hibernation one by one. Well, you know, I've met a lot who are doing it for a hobby, for one thing, and, you know, for pleasure, you know, for self-esteem purposes, for lots of different reasons. And, you know, it's the hope that was driving them a little bit. But I think there's enough people who are trying to get in at the same time. I don't know. And watch time will decrease slowly. Yeah, for some people, but I mean, people are still searching for stuff. You know, I mean, if the only thing that is an impediment to me is my subscriber number, I never had a problem with watch numbers, ever. But if the only impediment for me is subscriber number, you know, I'm doing that, hopefully. And and it's true. I mean, you know, that's what's so irritating. You know, I worked. Brokeneck says that I think subs are way easier to achieve than watch time. People have to want to watch an entire video. Well, you know, they don't. You know, I think my average is about 2.5 minutes or so. You know, but that's also takes it into account people who click in and go, hey, that sucks, or hey, click in, that's not what I expected, or hey, click in, and click out. Then there's people who watch more, less, depending on a video. So it's like the average, you know, is from the zero to the whole. So, you know, as long as you're making that average, And the average on YouTube is about 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes. If you're making that average, that's what you need to do. Work it. You know, have enough content out there that people can find and people will get to, whether it's mistakenly or not. I'm not talking clickbait, but you know, that they get to, that they may be enthused enough to watch at least some of it because they like who and what they see. So, you know, it's not necessarily the entire video. Nobody watches an entire video. You'll never get, you know, an average watch time of 10 minutes or 5 minutes or whatever it is. If you're getting 2.5 minutes, you're doing quite well, I think. So, just heads up. All right, we are at 1:05. 13 people watching.
Wow.
It's been a long. Well, it actually flew by pretty good. I love that. I'm going to do that again. The green screen.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it looks pretty neat.
So I think we're going to call it a day here. Thank you so much for coming. It's been, you know, really appreciated. The supports are just amazing. And thank you, Lo, for showing. Thank you, Computer, for showing. Gaming Lawyer, thank you for showing. Computer Client, thank you for showing. Everybody, thank you for showing. Everybody
Midnight
who's here
Bench,
now,
yeah.
thank you for showing. And you know, if you can come back when this goes live, and leave some comments, leave some playlists, leave, you know, whatever, that'd be really great, because then I can put some stuff in the description and, you know, get it going. So, yeah. So, anything to say before we?
Well, let's hope the Eagles win because, well, what's it, Klaus Klaus? What is it? Video Archive? I think that's the name. One of their chickens predicted the Philadelphia Eagles would win. So
Who? What? Chicken?
One of their chickens.
What chickens?
Well, Klaus Gaming Archive, that's the name of the channel. Oh, but one of their chickens, and this chicken's supposed to be really reliable. 100% so far.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that this, well, just for this, I don't follow football, so, but even the guy that owns the chicken is rooting for the Patriots. But I want the chicken's prediction to be right. Well, Philadelphia needs to win. They haven't won for a while.
Are you a secret football fan?
No.
Why did you pick that all up then?
I just saw a news item today.
Mrs. is a sports nut. She's hockey
Well,
fanatic.
I just stumbled across it.
But anyway, she knows sports. She knows how to, you know, tell sport flesh. Is that a good word?
Sport flesh?
Well,
That's
you
an
know,
interesting name.
I don't know what you call it. Sports skill,
flesh.
I guess. You know, talking about some trade that Montreal engaged in.
Oh, PK Subban is what he's talking about. Are you mental? I mean, Montreal trades PK Subban. Arguably, he's going to be one of the great defensemen. Wait till he gets to the Hall of Fame. Well, sure, they traded for Shea Weber, another amazing defenseman. But the thing is, Shea Weber is hitting
We're gonna have to get to you
retirement. Oh, sorry. Well, he's coming. He's reaching retirement. So you trade a young and developing, superb defenseman for, a guy who's going to retire soon. I mean, that doesn't make sense. PK Subban's the guy that's got the potential right now because of his age and his developing skills.
There you have it. All right, well, thank you. We're gonna cut it here because gotta keep you wanting more. Isn't that how it's supposed to work? So if you have not subscribed, and I think everybody here has already subscribed, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. And let's have a good week coming up. I hope as many of us can make it as possible.
Yes.
Good night, guys. Good night, folks.
Yeah. Best wishes to everybody.
All right, how do I stop this? Stop streaming. Bye, everybody.